Всем привет. Hello, everybody. We are here. It's our actually it's number four, our podcast with guys from foreign countries. And today is Sahara. Sahara is from Canada, but her parents are from India. And the beautiful thing that Sahara get this Canadian identity, but she did not lose identity of India because I saw in Delhi how she speaks with the locals, and it was very, very nice, and we like it. Nice, Sahara.
Hello, hi, Mansur, Sahara here. It's Sarji as well. So nice to meet you, even though we're miles across, I can still feel that cooperative presence with you and Sarji here.
Oh, nice, nice, nice. So, in a few words, can you tell us a little bit about, well, we started about the Delhi. Tell us about your emotions about this ICA Congress and this week, how you spend it and your emotions.
Oh, the ICA global event was, I mean, it was very emotional and also, I think, very um, great experience, innovative experience for me, especially as a youth. I think we were able to connect with other young members from across the globe. And there were a lot of youth-led initiatives, as Mansur was part of it as well. Um, and I think this ICA global event definitely created and encouraged us individuals to kind of be creative, think out of the box, leading to kind of create some innovative solutions um, of different cooperatives. So, I have knowledge of housing cooperatives. Maybe, someone else from a milk cooperative shared their experience, education cooperatives, and I learned a great deal. And also like enjoyed my time out there in Delhi.
Did you visited these Kulu Manali places after as a
Yes.
trip?
So,
Tell this
mhm.
this story about the cooperative that you visited. It's interesting.
Yes, so we visited various cooperatives. I mean, a few of them I can mention is the wool cooperative. They were producing wool from sheep that were imported from Australia. And so, India has resources, but again, trying to, get sheep from Australia, which has a better fur, and local women and men have now jobs, and locally they're producing wool. But it's all managed by, people who are in lower income range, but then they're all members together and trying to make money, feeding each other, and it's been incredible experience. The other co-ops, I'll just mention there was a milk cooperative that we went to. Again, it was another part of India. Apple cooperatives. So I didn't realize, apples were being produced in another part of India when at a time when it's very hot temperatures, but again, they try to manage to produce that and share among members. And that's how they make income and generate revenue.
And it was small group, yes? You were like sort of 15 persons only, yeah? Something like that?
Yeah, around 15, I would say. And,
Yeah, yeah.
across
Not
the globe, I mean, we had, Amelia from Costa Rica, we had Guillermo, from
Argentinian guy. Yeah, yeah, I
Argentina.
know.
I remember a few of the names and Sherry from Philippines. So it was incredible experience, Mansoor, to be honest. And, sometimes we as individuals are always within one confined box, but I think we should open up our views and just learn from everyone else that has to offer.
Yeah, yeah, that's for sure. We're like sort of teachers and the pupils at the same time for each other. If you're open-minded person.
Yes. And
So
I
tell
want to know
me,
how what
yeah,
your experience was, Mansoor. I remember.
yeah, yeah. Like actually at the last days, I was also in the mountains,
Yeah.
and it was like I lost actually the last day in Delhi. What it have I had to be a part of this excursion group, yes, and they said for me that it will be at 2, but then they said that it will be at 9, and I was waking up only at 11, something like that. And they said, "Man, we are in a trip somewhere." And I said, "Okay, what to do?" I was thinking, okay, I will just hanging around through the streets, and it was a small idea also to go to mountains. I had like 2 days or 3 days left, And can you imagine that I just in 1 hour I met in a street person. She's Australian, Marilyn, and she's standing with a very, very handsome person. He's Indian local, really, really like from a picture. I mean, like a six with a mustache, with a beard, and so handsome. And we're speaking a little bit, and he's saying, and I'm saying it was an idea to go to Himalayas or mountains. He's saying, let's go now. I said, where? To Shimla. Shimla was a capital of British administration when it was very hot. They moved to the mountains. Actually, you're local also. And can you imagine? In the 40 minutes, we just jumped up for the train and we went, all the night in a train, bus, and waking up in such a fantastic place after the Paharganj. It was very, very beautiful. Paharganj is the most. No, it's like a area near the railway station and looks a little bit trashy. So it was beautiful, and I'm staying with him in contact. And actually, we were in his place, and before it was sort of hotel, but now in a case that he's a sort of a guide person who is walking through the mountains and so on, and he was really impressed of what I was talking about, cooperation and everything. And actually, we're planning now how we can repair his these rooms to restart his. It's nice place in the mountains, and to restart his hotel. So it was interesting trip also.
Oh, that's wonderful. Looks like you had so much fun, and
yeah,
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's a pleasure to, also, with my background being Indian, it was really honored to have everyone there and learn from each other. So that was the most important part.
Nice. So Sahara, also a question, it's interesting for us and our audience will also for them will be interesting how you came for cooperative, and tell a little bit, tell us about yourself.
Yeah, so I mean, just about myself, if I want to start, I mean, where do I start? But
Yeah,
I'm a
start
husband
how your
advocate.
parents, when your parents came to Canada, how old
Oh,
you
it's
were
been
there.
like over 20 years now. And, I was in my teens when we immigrated. And um, again, like as anyone else, my parents, as a skillful lawyers, moved to Canada so they can have a good life, and not just for themselves, but for children. I have a younger sibling as well. So, moving here, it's been wonderful. Again, land of opportunities. You learn so much. And Canada is beautiful. As I also realize, there is a multiculturalism here, a lot of different backgrounds, people from India, from China, Japan, you name it, and Russia, of course. So, there are a lot of people here, and it's a wonderful experience. You learn from each other. And what makes Canada beautiful is people from all across the world. So, in terms of I think me, at a very young age, I got into volunteering within education space. And, I worked with my other friends to help recruit, refugees from Africa, Kenya camps. And so that is how my humanitarian feelings towards, helping other people and getting involved in volunteering space. And I also recommend and suggest other young individuals as well to get volunteering at a very young age. You learn so much, not just, making relationships within your friends, but also you learn about and grasp knowledge about, any subject. If it's education, you learn more about education and so forth. And then the other thing I want to mention is, during my, early teen years, I involved in a lot of different various initiatives, education, housing, nursing homes, senior care homes, and then, finding a housing. Now I'm going to get into the housing realm. Finding housing in Vancouver, British Columbia,
Mhm.
is a very difficult task. As you may know, it is the most expensive city in the world.
Yeah, I know, because it's a mountains and it's an ocean, and because it's pressure from millionaires from China. I remember. My sister is living in this city.
Oh, yes, Mansur, you were saying that. Yeah, I have to connect with your sister. You know,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
wonderful. And
She's
it's such a
wonderful.
small world.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
it's a big problem because they couldn't find any house. That is why they bought the house in Slocum. It's 600 kilometers actually.
mhm. And yeah, totally. And then this is where, you know, young people are struggling to find housing.
Yeah,
Seniors are struggling to find housing, you know. When you are senior, your pensions, you have no income, but you're depending on pensions, and there are not as enough pension to cover your housing because housing is so expensive. And so, you know, sometimes seniors are forced out to find another places. And this is where cooperative housing model in Canada is working very well. And I mean, with my own personal struggle, I was trying to look for an affordable place to live, and I came across housing cooperative concept. I didn't know
nice.
what housing cooperative meant. I didn't even know what a cooperative was, to be honest. You know, and in my early years, but I think now I realize, you know, it is a place. It's a very diverse place with members of many different backgrounds and ages, various income levels. Everybody lives together and are sharing their expenses, whether it be the membership arrears and rents to manage a housing for it, whether it be repairs, whether it be construction, and so forth. And so basically, the money is within a housing cooperative. And so the main idea is that everyone is united and the members basically follow the seven principles of cooperative. And you know, that's how a housing cooperative is run. So I learned about that concept, and you know, it gives a democratic member control. So you have a voice, you have a vote in a lot of member issues within the housing cooperative. And so I got involved in housing. So I found a really nice place. And the day I moved in, I think a couple days after, I went to a annual general meeting. And that's where I decided that I wanted to learn and get involved as a young individual. And so I signed up for running elections for the board of directors. This was provincially, so it is the Cooperative Housing Federation of British Columbia. And yeah, and I'm able to voice my concern as a board of director. And I served for 6 years on the board
Wow.
of the Housing Federation. I enjoyed so much that I had to, you know.
Wow,
And
wow. So it's a question that it's coming, you know, is it true? What do you thinking that cooperation really works only people when people need it really? I mean, like when they couldn't solve by the other ways the problem, so they start thinking about cooperation, like it was in Rochdale, for example. What do you think
yes.
about?
Yeah, and you're right, Mansur. Like you said, Rochdale, which was 1844, that's where cooperative started in UK, you know. Just a bunch of men, they decided that we should have full control on cooperative, and that is where the concept of cooperative started. And now in Canada, I'll say from housing cooperative perspective, that, you know, we have more than, like, you know, 2,000 different household homes, cooperative homes, so buildings and townhouses, you could say, and then more than 90,000 households. So 90,000 people are actually living, and it's growing, and the numbers are growing. This is like, you know, the stat could be
Nice, nice, nice.
old, but you know, it's growing, and people are actually wanting to build more cooperatives. We also do have, you know, support from the government in most recent, you know, years, and it's just enriching to see, you know, housing cooperative growing. And that is how, like, you know, I became a housing advocate to, you know, in the housing movement to help low income members. It could be a middle income member. It could be anyone, you know, newcomers from Canada, seniors, young individuals, young couples who are looking for housing. And I think cooperative housing is the solution. It gives
This
you
is solution.
affordable housing.
Nice, nice. It's so cool that you're first trying. And actually, how you solve your problem now? You are living in such
Yes.
house, or how it is? You are living
Yeah.
in co-op house, or how it is? By
For how
yourself, by yourself, you yourself.
Yes. I live in a cooperative housing, and it's a very enriching experience. Like I said, it's uh, every like I know my neighbors, I know my next door who I can go to for any help. I know there is this person, and that's a beautiful beauty of the housing cooperative. And we have Christmas parties, we have Halloween parties. Everyone gets ready, are sharing meals
Nice,
and so
nice,
forth.
nice.
So it promotes mutual benefit. It promotes mutual benefit through the co-op housing, I would say. And now I think there are, I mean, from statistics, I hear that there are more than 800 million people that are involved in cooperatives
Wow.
in like 90 different countries. So I think cooperative models should grow, and this should be like, very much encouraged in every country, I would say.
Nice, nice, nice. So it means that you're not only constructing and building and getting together resources for the building, but also you are living together. It's sort of co-living, yes, also.
Yes. You live together, and the idea is that members elect board of directors.
Yeah,
And then, there are board of directors. But I think I'll just go to the concept. Living in a housing cooperative means you are a member, you have a control. And each member, through democratic governance, it has a structure. You can voice your concerns. You can vote for something that is benefit for your own housing cooperative. And again, like I said, housing co-ops come in every different shape and size. It could be a house, it could be a townhouse, towers, stacked homes. And so it's a joint membership. And then every member is involved, and then they run the housing cooperative. So there's
wow,
no one
wow.
external involved. It's only the members. And then the members never own the unit.
Yeah,
So it is only just a unit they occupy. And as a member together, they're living as neighbors. And then they collectively hold the assets, and then they work within the cooperative to produce services,
yeah.
whether it be for repairs or construction as such.
But the owner of the house is a cooperative, not the person. I mean, like his
Yes.
room or his apartment, the owner
Mhm.
is cooperative, yes?
That's correct. Yes. Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice. Actually, I'm just came now. Just I was driving, like in 15
Yeah.
minutes, just come. I was worrying. We were in a village that started like they're building the village like that, like the village as a community. And it's also very interesting. And it could be Oleg Sobolev. We are looking to being a partner because he has this big experience of building. It's the third village that he's building now, and we have our own experience about what we will tell you a little bit later. Uh, my sister, she said this is real big problem in Vancouver, that the persons who are not in financial or IT sphere, they have she's working with the fire workers, emergency medicine. They had no opportunity to live in a central part of Vancouver, and she's saying like that. If it will be something bad in the sense of Vancouver, people have to drive from other places, and it's like a
Yeah.
crazy stuff that all these people have to live in a suburb somewhere, no, long way
Yeah,
from a
exactly.
center.
And you're right, Mansur. Your sister is right because, from my own personal experience, I'll share that my own young friends, are forced to move out from the city, and they're going to suburbs because it is super expensive to, I mean, rent a place, even forget about owning a house. Owning a house comes later, but even just renting a place, it's very expensive.
Yeah,
Like one bedroom is going for $2,300. It's a lot of money,
yeah,
$2,300 when maybe I know some of my friends work 2 or 3 jobs to make sure that they can, rent a place when housing should be a human right. It should be provided, at an affordable place. But yeah, it's everyone is moving up to suburbs, and there are a lot of like yeah, housing issues, and it's a housing crisis going on in Vancouver.
yeah. And I know that it's some suburbs in Vancouver that are empty because a lot of Chinese people are buying it and not living. It was in 90s and at the beginning of 2000. Now it's not so. I know that they work with that as the government, but I heard about these suburbs. I mean, not suburbs. In the center of Vancouver. I mean, the regions.
Oh yeah, like in the center regime, I would say there's a lot of foreign buyers who are buying the housing because again they have the potential, the power that they can buy housing. But yeah, I think that is what is creating surge in housing prices. So the prices are skyrocketing, and now no one is able to find house because, like you said, it's empty, it's sitting empty,
Yeah,
and then, there's no place for people to find a place.
yeah,
So then housing cooperatives, there is social housing, and I think these are like different kind of housing that is available in Vancouver, I would say, mostly in British Columbia, and you'll have to apply, wait. It's a long wait list too, as you can imagine. Everyone wants an affordable place to live, and so the list is long, it's growing.
yeah, yeah. Сереж, может, ты хочешь вопрос какой-то задать?
По-русски могу?
Давай, давай.
Смотри,
I will translate.
да, Сахара сказала, что она 6 лет в Совете была. А давай поднимемся на тему цифровой кооперации и цифрового
Мгм,
вообще мира, то есть как он трансформирует кооперацию, по ее мнению,
мгм.
в цифровой мир.
So you said that you're almost six years. You said yes now in the board of cooperative.
Oh no, it's been like 8 years. Yeah, eight or
Okay.
nine. Yeah.
Tell our question because we found of this. It's about how works, digital services for the co-ops, how it works in Canada. Do you have
Um,
something like your system of ERP system? I don't know, something that help you to make it easier way of communication. I don't know, or doing something.
yeah, so that's a really good question. Thank you, Sergey. And digital services, I mean, it's not the best technology that we have right now. And I will tell you why within the cooperatives. Because the members, there are different ages. There are seniors, there are young couples, there are young members. And so not everyone is able to use the digital services. And so it's mostly through a property manager. So a property manager is at a housing cooperative, and they have like, computer systems. And I'm unsure what kind of system they use, but for the most part, sometimes it's Excel spreadsheets, traditional Excel spreadsheets working through the thing. But I think it's not like fully digitalized yet in Canada, I would say, because I think we're still like working through it. But this is just again from my personal experience from my housing cooperative. So yeah, it's not yet digitalized as much. Yeah.
Okay, but can you tell me how many members are in your cooperative actually?
Yeah, 50 members.
15.
50.
50. Okay, I got it. You're actually only in a start. You're starting to do the things.
Yes. I mean,
Nice.
cooperatives can range from anywhere like, 20 to like over 200. I've heard about 300 too. So it's incredible. I'm in 50. I'm in the middle.
No. It's okay. It's okay. I mean, like it's anyway. Anyway, it's much more than in our cooperative, and how it is like. Okay, if you are looking for the new members and how you are doing this propaganda, I mean, like how you are telling about the cooperative, how you represent this story for the people.
Yes, that's again great question. So housing cooperatives are represented by a federation. So there is a provincial, the Cooperative Housing Federation of British Columbia, and there's a national federation of cooperative housing cooperative. It's called the Cooperative Housing Federation of Canada. I serve on the board of the national board, and I think one of the other tasks is that, as a board, is to share about housing cooperatives. And this is where I thought it's an excellent opportunity, like your podcast today, from, not just Canada, but I think, people in Russia are going to learn about, different housing cooperatives. And it's a very unique opportunity, and I think somewhere or the other, and you will agree as well, Mansur, not everyone knows about cooperatives.
Of course, that is why we're doing our things. Actually, it's like I don't know, 1 or 2 percentage, maybe 5. Okay, from 100 persons know something about that. And how you're making lections, or what do you, how you do it, or it's like coming a link from a person that he wants to speak about that. What you're doing? Is it like you are like a teacher, you are telling them, or what?
Yeah, I mean, we try, but we try to post a lot on social media mostly. The website is an excellent source. So if you go see it, if you Google CHF Canada, you learn more about various cooperatives. What is a cooperative? What are we doing here in Canada? There is so much information on the website itself. But again, not everyone is having a computer like seniors. So we try to kind of, like hold annual general meetings. And again, like as board of directors, we're available. We go to members, we talk to them, we ask them concerns. Is everything all right? Are you experiencing any issue? Or, do you want to learn more about anything that we do? That is one aspect, but also other young members. So myself and a colleague of mine, we created something called the Young Member Engagement Network. So basically, we want young members to be involved, and they don't hear about cooperatives. So what we do is we post on social media. We try to create WhatsApp groups. And when we meet anybody, any young individual, we take their WhatsApp number, try to invite them for webinars. So we do a lot of webinars and talk about what a housing cooperative is. And then at annual general meetings, we invite the young people at a very low cost, and they can come and visit and learn more about housing cooperative. But I would say social media is the number one avenue to learn more, especially for young people or people who are online. And the other one last one I will mention is e-newsletter, emails.
What it is, what it is.
So e-newsletter is basically you put all the information on one email and send it to members. And anyone can sign up. Even you can sign up for the email, and you will get information about, what's going on, what's new. And that's another place to learn.
I got it, I got it. Сереж, еще вопросы?
Знаешь, самое интересное, какая вот актуальная задача на 25-й год стоит у нее и у кооператива?
So what is the most, how to say, actual task that is staying for you and for your community, for your cooperative for this year, for 2025, which is the year of cooperation by United Nations?
Yes, I mean, again, I think, when we say the year of cooperation, I think it should not be just this year, but it should be every time, like, it should be permanent. I really love the theme, the year of cooperation. And I think it's very important because that is the number one principle that is keeping us all together. And even today, I'm meeting, Sergey and you, Mansur, is through cooperation, cooperative. And I think the idea is that, we work together and help each other out as members, be kind to each other, very important. Especially when you all 50 members or 100 members are living at one place. Could you imagine? There could be a lot of different things going on. Someone is having a repair issue, a leak issue. Someone may have a neighbor issue. And I think the idea is that we all be kind to each other and be involved in the democratic governance. Make sure you voice your concerns. Don't just, you're not just living in a cooperative. You have a voice, and make sure you share that voice. And it's very important. And I think that is part of what a fostering community with mutual support looks like.
Yeah,
so that's
yeah,
the
nice. Yeah. So tell me also what the place exactly at the house that you are living, how many members of the house are there? Are they the 50 or this or less?
50.
You are living in one place.
Yeah, and I live in one place. So it is 1 out of 50. And then that's a housing cooperative, and people come and go, they leave. Sometimes they can downsize the house, say a mother with 5 children, and then the children grew, they left. So then the mother from 4 bedroom, she downsized to 1 bedroom. So there's a lot of movement within the 50 units.
Okay, I got it. It's clear now. Nice. And so you are sort of in a part of administrating all that story. You are there?
Yeah, and you're part of the in the sense like you volunteer, you help
Okay.
gardening, for example. You sign up for like a social committee, create some events within the housing cooperative. So everything is volunteering.
Okay, I got it. Serious?
А есть ли кооперативная школа? Коop school?
Do you something like a co-op school or co-op classes?
No, there is not a co-op classes. Again, very, there are mostly like young couples with very young kids. But what I am doing is, from my, my own journey is I'm trying to hold webinars and share information on young members being involved. And not just young members, anyone I would say, but I try to talk as much as I can. But within the cooperative, you meet up, you're talking about cooperative, what things are going right, wrong, and you try to share that concerns during board meetings and annual general meetings.
I got it. Nice, Sahara. It's so cool that you're doing.
Yeah.
And I understand now when we will tell you what we're doing, is especially for you, because we have all these like decisions, yes, for that. And we're doing, it's not like a, teacher for the pupils. We're doing games. And this is the best way, I'm thinking, to involve the young people, youngsters, especially for all this cooperative thing, that you're not teaching how it is good. You are saying, let's play 1 hour and you will understand how it works. Exactly. You will be in. It will be later. If Sergey don't have any questions, we can start about our sort of presentation. We will just show you our website, and website is made like a sort of actually after our meeting, send us the link for your website and your resources. It will be great. Or if you have something sort of presentation, it will be also cool. But we can show you what is our ideas about that. Что, Сереж, начнем?
Sounds great.
Да, я включу презентацию сперва.
Давай.
Сайт. Скажи, что делаем разработку решения для кооперативов.
Да. So our task is what we're doing and how we met each other. Like Sergey, when I saw we have a team that made a salvation for this digitalizing, co-op ways, because it's very traditional way. And if you remember, it's a lot of papers that you have to do. And when I understood how many papers you have to sign, if you even doing one decision, they have to vote. It have to be all this story of any way of these steps. So we understood that we have to make it digital. We have it made it useful, and we have to make it comfortable. So this is, and the idea is, finally you have to make it have to be like a app in your computer. Here is like a card, but finally it have to be app in your phone, and everything have to be there. So it's we are creating environment of cooperative interaction of communities. And АРТЕЛь, this is the word, Russian word, it's the name of coop in Russian. Actually, this is very traditional way of doing the things for the Russian people. And we have this in blood, actually. That is why maybe we were sort of communist country. But in reality, it was not communism.
Yeah.
Yeah, next. So challenges that we have, actually, if you want to do the real things, you have to move horizons of your planning, for 10, 30, 50 years. And you need these methodological and political levels of understanding. Another question is, if you have a lot of players, like 100, 200, how to solve this problem? The third one, the pain of communities, is that, when you're in a community, it's like our interest, but when you start doing something like a responsibility, for the things, money appear, it's totally different question. I mean, like a community is community, but you have to make it cooperative, yes? And as about our society, it's that Russia nowadays is very atomized society. That's true. And less than 2% of all the economy, it's in co-op ways. So this is the problems. But before 60s, it was 70% of all goods were produced by co-ops, by артels in the 1960s. Next. So our solutions is it's as a mentally, we are working not for the short distance, we are working for the long distance. We understand that it will be marathon. It will be marathon. So it's like sort of strategic ways. And this is very hard transformation. I mean, from individual way of doing the things for the collective entrepreneurship, you know, it's totally other paradigm, you know. And we understood that as we will say, as our vision, it's that these micro communities, it's in a new technological way, it's like a sort of nodes of intellectual network of humanity. So you see, and we are doing our solutions. It's like a sort of preparation of communities for self-organizing, of project self-financing, self-government, and self-education. This is like what we're doing to prepare persons to cooperative way of thinking. And of course, this is our way that we're doing. We are working a lot with the young people, because it's much easier to at the beginning to tell them that exists another reality, not only like business and I will be strong. It's the word that for children, it's coming much more easier than I. Дальше, Сереж. So, and a little bit about the technologies that we're doing, sort of, it's interesting, actually. The way as we're thinking that we have to create, even it's in the cities, but the idea is to make sort of villages, communities that they work as a change all over the world, actually. And for us, we are using different technologies. One of the main technologies is conflict-free interaction based on the principles of northern management of Russian people. We're saying it's trilogue. It's not dialogue, yes, but trilogue. It's the man, his name is Gennady Chiurin, and this is the way how it works. You know, you're sitting you have to be 3, 5, 7, or 9, or 13 persons on the table. You start speaking, and when one person is speaking, nobody speaks, and you're working as a circle, and you have only 3 minutes to speak. And что я разговариваю? Хорошо, Ulam. Все,
Oh, the little one.
Yeah, it's my son.
Oh.
And you know, like he interrupted me actually. And the question is, you know, and when you are doing like that, can you imagine how this people relaxed? You know, if you want to say something, you just have pen and the paper, and you have to write, and you're waiting your turn. And it's so cool when you're not interrupting, you know, you're sitting, and why 3, 5, or 4, or 5 or 7? Because you have to vote, and you will never have a situation like 2 for 2 or 3 for 3. You will always have a decision. This is one of our technologies. Another technology is based on another type of economy system, you know. It's equivalent exchange. Actually, you know that it exists 3 ways of changes. Yes, not equivalent exchange. Actually, where we are living, you know, one country, your neighbor actually is printing paper, or it's just digital zeros, and we are giving all the real resources for them. It's sort of criminal exchange. I'm thinking. Second is equivalent exchange, and that we're doing. And this is the present. The third way of it's when you are doing a present. Yes, you are not asking anything back. You're just giving it. So, and the base of all this story is Silvio Giselle, and his way of understanding economy. I promise you, you will change your mind if you will read this book. It's in Russian, of course. It's Natural Economical Order. Silvio Giselle. He's an Austrian guy, but he lived in Argentina, and he was. So he was an entrepreneur, and he understood when it was a crisis in Argentina, it was like a 90-20. He understood how it works, and he said that we have to change our mind about the money, what it is. So it's something like that. So, and the fourth one, it's we're doing, we have a instrument. It's like a system of value of democratic implement through introduction. Or we are doing from our teacher is Valery Vadyanov. We are doing like how to understand how many things you did this week. This guy, and this guy. Because when we started, like we're saying, okay, we are 4, it's 25% to each, yes, as a share. But one person worked, all the other were sleeping. So how to solve this problem, of this adequate cooperation? And we have a solution also. It's interesting and it works. And I will tell you how later what it is. And this is our mission. This is our mission of international movement of collective entrepreneurship, to serve as the guide on the path of entrepreneurs to an equivalent exchange of knowledge and experience, goods, services, and innovate solutions for the formation of ecosystem of international cooperation of communities as the nodes of the intellectual network of humanity. So really it's like a very, very pathetic, but we're trying to do. And this is our slogan: make planet great again.
That's amazing.
Because I'm thinking that we are in one planet, different languages, countries. I'm thinking this is for politics. If you're a real person, you understand that we are children of this beautiful planet, and this is our mother. And this is we're entering this new wave, a wave of network of communities. And I'm thinking that the countries will disappear. Actually, big cities will disappear, and only the communities that every person know each other. This will be like sort of network, that will work with the other parts of this chain, of this node, that is our. It's like in nature, actually. This is very natural thing.
Yes, totally.
So this is it. This is like a sort of small presentation about what we're doing. Yes, Seroj. And we will show you, exactly what we're doing as our website. It's a presentation actually of what we will do in the March, I think. Yes, 6, 7, and 8. And you are really welcome actually for this event, because we will give technology as we are working. It's like a sort of compilation of all these technologies together. And what we are looking for, we are looking for the captains who could be the leaders in their part, in their co-op, in their society, in his community, to take all these innovations of us and to use them, because they are all not very hard to learn. And actually, I invite you, Sahara, for this game format in March. And I think it's the first day we're doing this reputation network. The game that we were playing, as you remember, we played in
Coopathon.
In Delhi, that we played. We have all the digital version. When we are doing like a small good or service you're putting for the table, and we're changing it, and everybody gets something from somebody as the promise. And after that, very important thing appear that you have to do that. And here appear reputation. This is the most important word actually for us, because reputation, it's your sort of link in a reality in time that is growing, and it's growing slowly, but it could disappear in 1 minute, like a reputation works. So, and it was also for us, like, okay, we got this system. We have all this system like an Uber, actually. We made it like an Uber. If the person is not doing, you can just write there, and we have this system of, it's like sort of ERP system, yes? But what next? Okay, he's nice guys. Sahara is always very fast in time doing her promises. I mean, but what next? Next thing is very important that came for us, because we are working in a technology named Dragon Dreaming. Do you know this technology, Dragon Dreaming?
No, I don't know.
I will tell you. It came from Australia, from Aboriginal tribes of Australia. One, of course, English guy, he wrote about this, the book. So the story is, how they do their projects. First of all, it's a holiday. They made a festival where they collect together the dreams. Second step is planning. Third step is doing. Fourth step is again festival. And in this last festival, again, appear the dreams. Can you imagine? Yeah, and we did this mechanism of how to collect the dreams. Even you are not in one place. We made it everything digital. So we are using Zoom and Telegram. It's like WhatsApp, if you know, also big one. Because why Telegram? Because Telegram give opportunity to work through the API. We can put to Telegram any program, and we did it. So the second step is reputation foresight. We are collecting dreams of the people, and we are using also ChatGPT that help us to see first of all when we're sitting in a circles. Also, what we did. Can you see this picture? Yes, it's a trilogue. Yes, and if it's a lot of people, we're doing like a 5 tables, and we have, for example, topic house building in cooperative way in British Columbia. Yes, for example, and you're doing 5 tables, and the name of the tables is what, where, when. Подожди, что, где, когда, зачем, for where, and how. So it's like very abstract ways, you know, like in strategic sessions, they sometimes say, okay, guys, you're sitting in this place. It's like a sort of infrastructure. You're for education. And sometimes people are not in his place. So that is why we made it very abstract. So any person can tell anything. So next step is that we are doing it's like a also a problem is of all these strategic sessions and foresights, it's that, you know, they need moderator. We made a system where you self-moderate. You don't need anybody. You don't need to hire any person who is like who knows how to do strategic session. No, we're sitting in a circle. We are doing like one person is saying, next is waiting, but not just saying, you know, because it's also a problem in a traditional foresights, you know. Some person said something, somebody is very like me, you know, who can press, you know, people. Somebody is very calm, sitting, you know, and he even doesn't have any opportunity to say a word with such a guys like me, you know. So that is why we made this trialogue. But also, what is very cool thing, we made it like we made it in a Telegram, and you are telling it as a sound message. We are collecting all the dreams as the sound messages. Can you imagine? And in Telegram, in Premium, what do you have? Immediately, it become a text.
Yeah.
So we have a document immediately, and any idea, we will not lose it. Even it's like a very abstract or absurdic, but who knows how it will move, you know? And every idea have an author. This is very important story. So next thing that if it's text, we are putting it for ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is doing summary immediately. Summary, but not just a summary. It's doing, you know, like also the way when you were speaking, like a circle, another circle. So every person have 3 minutes, and it shows, ChatGPT shows whose idea was so bright that it gives a branch. You know, people start saying, he said this, for example, I don't know, houses for old people, I don't know, like a special. And everybody starts saying, ChatGPT shows us the person who was this guy and made a sort of rating of that. But we don't believe only in ChatGPT. We're also doing our own technology. I mean, like, because in a case that you get this text, yes, and the result of your foresight and strategic session came immediately in 5 minutes after the end of the strategic session. Because usually, you know, when you're doing such a foresight, I was in many strategic sessions, you know, you are waiting weeks or months, sometimes the result. Here, 5 minutes. And you already have this paper. And what we're doing is also very interesting, you know, in a case that you have text, I mean, you have all the dreams of all the people. You are making Google documents, and you give a pencil of different color to every person, and you're saying, guys, who wants, please go for the Google Docs, and please sign what idea made a resonance for you, what was interesting for you. So in that way, you will get the picture of you will have dreams of resonance, resonance of the dreams. You will see who, first of all, you will see who is interested in this future, and you will see what future are interesting for the people. Okay. This is so important, before the projects not started. We are just looking for the vector of a future, as we'll say.
Okay. That's incredible. Oh my God, Mansur. I'm just like, thinking about the vision of yours is so it's so amazing, because I'm just thinking, like, right now we don't have digital tools. So everything is pen and paper, and so much discussions and so much waste of time trying to summarize, like you said. But if it's done in 5 minutes, I think the better use of AI technology is
this is that we get it. Actually, this is Sergey. Sergey made this technology. First one was also my way of doing this networking. This was Sergey. Yeah. Sergey, he's outstanding person. He's genius. Actually, he's PhD, of engineering.
Amazing.
He's an engineering person.
Oh, no wonder. Yeah, you both are very great minds. I'll say that. And definitely, Sergey, I think that is the vision. Like, I think that should be the future.
Yeah. And but this is not the end. I will tell you the last one. Okay, ChatGPT tell us who is the first one, as the ChatGPT is thinking. But what we're doing, ChatGPT is ChatGPT. We are also making, if it's like a lot of tables, 5 tables, you need to make one table. I mean, because you have to collect all the ideas and somehow to resume everything. Yes, here to make a summary. So we are voting. We are voting for the person, as everybody on the table understand who is the best. So, and everybody voting, not like this guy on this guy. You get all the guys, and you have 100% of your good relation for someone who helped you in this table. And you are putting like for Sahara, 20, to Sergey, 30, for this guy, 5, for this 5. So you have to put, except you, for you 0, you are putting for you 0. So that we're doing like our delegate for the main table of the captains. So, and then this table again do the circle again from every table of from when, from what, from where. Yes, they do again this brainstorm, sort of looking for the future.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. And so, Mansur, do I book the tickets for March 6, 7, 8 to Russia?
You are already here. You are already here. And I will tell you, we are in the process. These 2 MVPs were already created and were translated to English. It will be multi-language. Any language could be with the AI translation will be. We hope that our digital guys will do that. But the next step, it's a very important step. Okay, we have the same dreams. We understood that Sahara and this guy and me, we have the same. Sergey done. So what to do? Let's start thinking how we can start our project. And we are making a service. It will be reputation crowdsourcing service, where we could put our talents and the goods, and we are collecting 4 things: money, time, your time. We have material things or non-material things like ideas, for example. And we have made an instrument where you can collect everything for this project, and you can start doing the team, start collecting the people, talents for the future that you're looking for. Right. And the fourth step, already the project is running. So, and it's always a problem in cooperatives. So this person is working, this not. This was so bright idea that we are, because it was so bright idea, we are just thousands of dollars. It made less expenses and so on. So we have a system. The name of the system is Fair Share, and it's like a system of understanding. We are doing this voting every week. every week. After the meeting, we're voting for each other for the results of the week that you already made. So it's like also the same way of voting. It's like 100% of your positive relation for the guys. But here also you are putting for yourself. You are also putting mark for yourself, and everybody see that.
All right.
Yeah, and you're like checking the last week, and then you're doing sort of what will be in the next week. Yes, and so that is why you are having like an instrument. And for example, the project is running like 1 year, yes, or more. So you're doing like that, guys. We will share the money or whatever you have only when we will finish the year or we'll finish the project. And this is so, no question of nobody. Nobody is spelling, like, because always it's like people are so nervous that I walked, it's not working. And I was here and I was not there. So you're making together 50, it's only 52 weeks in a year. So you're putting actually they together, and nobody is telling nothing. We already have this experiment about like 12 years now in our farm. This system we have in farm in Ufa, and it works. And it works, but they also do it in WhatsApp, just writing in a WhatsApp. We're doing with the Sergey as a system. And also the last one I will tell you. We understood when we made this networking, we understood that most goods and services people they put their knowledge.
Yeah.
And we understood that easily it have to be a platform of knowledge of each one to each another. And we were thinking how to do that. And the person just came for us. Can you imagine? And he said, guys, you have to be system where any person could be a teacher, but he could be a listener, a pupil also. And it's like mutual learning education.
Yes.
It's like a person to person, it's like a child to child. It's not like a teacher who is teaching, and everybody is listening and writing. Yes, no, it's like we give the knowledge, but then the group start, appear the text, and they start they work they work also the same trilogues system. They start changing the information, making summaries, and I'm thinking this is a real way to do this network. I mean, like an intellectual network of a humanity. So finalizing that, we're thinking only that way we can do this planet great.
Yes, yeah, make the planet great again. Yeah. It is definitely. It is, we need to, and I think this should be, like I said, everyone's concept. And so my question, Mansur, how are you going to use this technology, and where are you going to use this?
What is our vision? What is our vision? We're doing it's like international. It will be. That is why I'm very interested in you, Sahara, and other people from all the world. We're living now in such a age where Russia is like out of all the projects, and I understood why. It's just like games, and the war also. It's like people are solving their problems. I'm thinking financial mostly. So for me, it's not interesting. For me, it's very interesting that we are humanity. We are children of this planet, and we have to be polite to each other. We have to be kind to each other. And we are using all these we are creating our platform. First of all, we are making like our platform. We are using Zoom, and we are using Telegram. It's because for us it's very comfortable. It's more than 1 billion now persons who are using Telegram. Well, and it's very digital service. I mean, I told you that you can use API for many things, and all the people are welcome. I mean, if you have somebody for whom it could be interested, of course, we will put this our podcast to YouTube. You can send a link, and and the way is like it's not like 1 hour. You have to understand that this thing, it's not very fast, but it will take 3 or 4 hours every day. I mean, like 6, 7, and 8. But you will get already, you will understand how it works, everything. And we are ready. We will give you all this. If you understand how it works, you could start to do this in your community.
Okay, amazing.
And it's games. It's like a game. It's not boring thing. You know, it's very, people are so involved, you know, let's change, you know, it's like a,
Yeah, oh yeah, no, totally. And then we don't have the tools to make that happen. So I think that's where your help will be.
yeah,
And the other question I had, Mansur, was like, you know, Telegram is not as much used in Canada. Slowly, it's coming slowly. You know, WhatsApp has a major market share in Canada right now, but I would say iMessage is the own best app like people use. But Telegram, I was wondering, can I join the Telegram? I also want to like, you know,
easily,
be part of
easy,
the.
easy. You just have to put your number and it's 5 minutes for you, or two minutes, you are
Oh
inside.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and we will show you actually how it works. I mean, we will show you website now and Telegram actually, how statistics get it, how this reputation collected. Ну что, Серег, к сайту перейдем?
Хорошо.
Хорошо. It means good.
Хорошо, okay.
Хорошо.
А
How
ты
it's
Learn
how
one.
it's
Сахара
how
не
it will be
устала?
in Sanskrit. Хорошо. I don't know.
Манс, она не, Сахара не устала, потому что ты прям вообще, ты на энергетике.
So she's
Спасибо.
asking, maybe Sahara is tired of you.
No, no, not at all. I'm never tired of Mansur or, you know, and Sergey has been quiet. So, you know, I love to hear from you both.
Sahara уже со мной знакома, Сереж. Sahara already knows me, and she knows what type of person I am.
Yes, yes, we spent a good time in India
Fantastic
together.
time, actually. Yeah. So you see here, we get this, you know, already you can see it's like a sort of reputation rate. It's like almost in Uber, you know. And for example, I'm in the first place because I made it deals completed. I made it 97, as you see. And that I closed already the deals at 35. It means I'm not very good. I'm not very person who is doing a lot, but you know, all of them was 5 points. I mean, like I'm doing good. The second, of course, is Sergey. It's almost 80, it's 85, and he closed, can you imagine, 64 already. Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah, and here you can check the people, you know, you can check with whom you can do it. And if you're going inside of this person, you can see what services, what goods this person are representing to each other. Yeah. And
that's good. And you have a calendar.
Yeah. And here it is. Actually, we already made 13 we're saying deal generator. And how it works, yes. So first 3,000, it's like $30 actually, yes. So it's not a lot of money, but we're making like a fund. We're making fund, and we're changing this fund as a Gazelle economy. It becomes less every 10% of time. If we're playing 1 hour, every 6 minutes, it will become less. For example, at the beginning, the fund was 100. In a 6 minutes, it's 90, then 80, then 70, 60 till 0. So it gives opportunity for people who has not like a very big price, yes, for his goods, to also to be in the game. Because it's becoming less. So it's opportunity, and people understand that it have not any sense to collect money. Money is where Giselle said, you know, guys, the problem is only one. The money have three things, you know, main points. It's equivalent. Yes, we can say how much it costs. Second, it's a blood of economy. Yes, changing. And the third is capital. It's collecting. And he's saying, guys, second and third, it's antagonist. It's a problem because the blood have to run. And you are saying, no, it have not. It have to be a capital in the bank or under my pillow. You know, and this is sort of, you know, insult, you know, like a crisis. It's insult, you know, when everybody grab the money. So that is why we're using not a lot of money in this founding, you know, but it runs very fast. For example, we're doing potentially, for example, we put 10,000 rubles. It's around $100. Yes, but the potential amount of for half an hour we are doing like 30 times more. It's like 300,000. So it's like $3,000 it will be potential, because you have to close the deals also. It's very interesting. Okay.
That's
Так, давай, Сереж,
incredible.
нырни внутрь, да. Может быть, нам показать надо эти, что мы конкретные вещи какие-то делаем. I will show you what things people are representing there. For example, залезь в меня, покажи мои товары. I will show you what goods and services I'm representing. So first of all, of course, I'm doing this deal generation for other communities. This is like one of my lot. And another thing, it's 1 day in АРТЕЛЬ camp. It's my camp in a farm. It's a camp in a farm. Another, it's like my consulting in the opening theme camp. You know, it could be English camp or whatever. And also, I'm putting, you know, the hats and scarves brand Nada, because my wife, she's producing all these scarves and hats.
My goodness.
We're doing so you can put there for the table real goods also, something like that. Or Sergey, покажи свой. Sergey will show his what he is putting for the table. He's doing like a future generation generator for the communities. He's doing contribution to the art development fund. So it's like a, you know, donut. You can just put it. Also, we're doing this YouTube like a podcast, or he's giving knowledge of basic building of cooperative and these АРТЕЛЬ.ОНЛАЙН services that we're giving, because we're not only creating community, real community, but we're also doing from a community a cooperative. Also, it's also transaction. You know, it's also way. Here is right that all Russia, but I'm sure that we'll change it for all the planets.
Yeah, and then you translated it perfect here.
Yeah. So now we are working on a Russian website, and it show us just a translation, but we are doing the version that will be totally in English.
English, amazing.
Yeah. So and here you can see that how it works. You know, this is like a ERP system where you can see how it works. You know, these stars that you are putting. And it's like, for example, one of the people are writing after the finalizing the deal. They're writing their how it is in English. What's this?
Reviews.
Yeah. Reviews.
Like feedback. Yeah.
Feedbacks. It's collecting feedbacks. So, and here you can see, покажи, yes, да, качество, it's like a new opportunities. You can put it like emotions, you know, also like positive attitude, openness, for example, quality and professionalism, for example, and this is like efficiently and punctuality, and it's like exceeding expectations.
Amazing. I really like the little icons that are created. It's easier for
the designer of everything is Sergey.
Who is the designer? Like, it's amazing.
It's very comfortable when you have at the same time SEO and designer.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, no, it's very integrated. Like everything is so connected, I feel.
Everything is connected. I mean, like we're making.
Sorry, and it shows up on the dashboard. So like when you go, there's this leaderboard, and then it's all connected. I really like how it's integrated.
Yeah. And also we are making, you know, also we made Telegram, you know, actually in cooperative, you know, all the people want to know what's going on with their part. And we made a service that collects all the information for every person, and you can see exactly how it works. I mean, like in one website.
Okay.
And he's like a reputation and contribution. You see how it works. So it's something like that. Что Серега еще покажет? Yes, it's a future generation. It's another story what we're doing. It's like how it works. Actually, I told you, but for example, it's how many days. It's like
yes.
You can check after if you want, actually, with the translation through the Google. You just put Google translation and it translates very good. Yeah.
I was checking your website, the АРТЕЛь. It was really interesting, and so much information. I saw, like, you know, all your photos and everything, and it was very much interesting, but I didn't get the concept. Now I understand much better.
Very good. То есть, видишь, она не поняла, то есть она посмотрела сайт и не до конца она поняла нашу концепцию, и вот сейчас она ее поняла. И она уже записалась на наш семинар, на нашу тусовку. Very good.
Our
I'm very
Yeah.
happy.
website many bugs. Вот.
Still we're
Dot
working a lot, because actually we're doing everything by ourselves. We don't have any other rich guy who is just giving us money. We're investing our time, our money, and the main partners, it's me and Sergey. Also for this year we have like more 15 persons who are also donating every month. It's like we are growing but not so fast. That is why we're very interested in members of all the other countries for whom it could be useful. It's like a strange thing not to use if we are making. It's really cool thing. I mean, like you can make your cloud of the people who are thinking your way and with your values actually.
Right. It's important, yeah. And you're still keeping the cooperative values, I feel.
Yeah.
And that is how you are kind of like making your own vision, which is nice.
Yeah. And actually when we're doing, for example, networking, this is our deal generator. This fund, we're putting, and when it's finished, money, we put little amount of the money for the founding, yes, but we did a lot of deals, and the trust appear between us. This is actually cooperative. It's a cooperative that appear for 1 hour in a reality. So, and you can tell children or whatever, you know how we play with the children? It's very easy without any digital things. We are putting together, we are saying for them, bring toys, books, and whatever you have, put it for the table. Let's make a small fund and let's change. It's not like a promise. You exchange immediately. And children and youngsters, and not only adults also, they understood how it works. What is a cooperative? What is the main idea of a cooperative? That we're not for, to exploitation of other person. We're just like here to change and to feel all of us good,
Oh, yes, totally. And then Mansur,
like
question, in your initial presentation, you had like a card, almost like a credit card.
We are on a way. We are on a way. We are on a way because we want to make this co-op card, of course. We want to make co-op card. But in the reality, we will do it as the plastic, of course, but it will be app. It will be app, and the idea is that we have this network of these villages all over the world, and you have possibility to travel all over the world. You just have to be in positive, balance, and you can travel as a co-op traveling, through all the world.
Oh, yes, totally. Oh, that would be very nice. I don't know if I heard anything like yours, and Sergey's concept, but it sounds like very global, very international, which a lot of countries, I don't know if anyone has produced your concept, so you should patent it. And
the problem is not about the patent. The problem is that we need leaders in different countries. And Sahara, I'm really looking for you.
All right, okay.
I'm thinking you understood the main idea. I mean, and you have like you have the same values. Actually, I'm very sure about that. That you're the same person as us, and that is why I'm thinking that all these technologies you can use it, and for your communities, for your stuff. And I want 5,000 people in your cooperative, through all the America, not only Canada. And for us, it will be your success. It will mean for us success.
Yes. No, definitely. That makes sense. But I'm sort of looking forward for the March 6, 7, 8 online platform.
Yeah.
How do we join in? Do you know, like?
Yeah, you are coming. First of all, it will work like we have to choose good time. We are not for you. It will be early morning, or for us it will be like second part of the day. We'll see how it will work because it's like a continents. Yes, the problem of the sun, not our problem. The problem of the sun. Yeah, and. We will see. So we already made it. We already did it. I mean, but only in Russian. And everybody is coming to the Zoom. So Zoom have a possibility to go for the rooms, and we are using Telegram, and everything is very easy actually. And we are doing everything. I mean, like you're not doing anything except one thing that you have to. First of all, you have to put your proposal for the system, and it's like a little bit. It's like it took a time, 1 hour. I think you have to put everything: name, you're good. You have to record 1 minute, like a circle, through the Telegram, like a small circle about what you're offering. Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But it's easy. I mean, like not so, little bit harder than to make account in Facebook.
Okay, okay. And I'm hoping like if there is some sort of orientation or like a video you can even create
Yeah,
easier
yeah.
us to kind of know how it works, and I can even share within my community.
Yeah. That's for sure. We will do that. I mean, we already have it in Russian, but we will do this in English, of course, to make the easy way to entering for the system.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah. Great. Yeah, no, very super helpful. I learned so much, Mansur. I knew like you would do something great because I know like we worked in the Coopathon, and Sergey, like I know he is so good. Like he not only manages groups, but also like he provides his feedback, and everybody is like looking at him because you're very honest. Yeah. You're very honest, and so that feedback is very helpful. And then we created the game, very successful, as we know. But I really enjoyed my time as well during that time. But I'm looking forward to sort of like work on this as well with you. If you need any help from my end, please feel free to reach out, Sergey and Mansur.
Yeah, maybe we will do it. Yeah, maybe we will do it. We are still thinking. Maybe we'll do it like a sort of training. Before just to do it exactly with you, as taking your hand and just like a Sahara. Let's do it together. Let's do it right now, and we're like going with you. You have to enter by yourself and to understand how it works before, when you will start describe for your members, like for your people. Maybe it will be 5 or I don't know 3 persons, but anyway, you have to be a specialist in that, and we are ready to show everything and just to put your proposals for the system and so on.
Yes, yeah, you'll have to show me, because I understand the concept, but I think working through the system, if you walk me through, it's easier for me to learn.
We will do everything with you together, and it will be easy for you. And try to put a Telegram for your iPhone.
So I have the Telegram.
Okay, nice. And we will show how it works. It could work. I mean, like not just like a WhatsApp.
Perfect.
Сережа?
По-русски скажу.
Давай.
Классная встреча. Да, вот просто супер. Знаешь, такой заряженный. А Мансур, ты переведи, что ты 3-й день в таком состоянии ждал как раз эту встречу, похоже. Да.
I hope he liked it too.
Yeah. He's saying that he is really glad that we made such an emotional, our discussion. And he knows me actually, that I could be like that sort of person who can throw the emotions. But I'm thinking it happening when you're made a resonance. I mean, Sahara, because it's very easy to do it with you, because you are the type of the person who is with like an open heart person, and it's very easy to do it like with such a person as you.
Oh yeah, placebo. Thank you. I learned. I did my homework. I was like, okay, how do I thank Mansur and Sergey? And I hope you learned some Hindi. So
Namaste, namaskar.
Namaskar.
Yes, something like that. Yeah.
Yes, very nice. Shukriya, thank you. Yeah.
Shukriya.
But other thing I was gonna ask, Mansur, are you and Sergey on LinkedIn?
The problem is that we are not. I was many years, then they blocked actually in Russia everything that like that, and you can use it through the VPN, but I will do that. I mean, like if I want to start international career, I have to put it for LinkedIn. Of course. I will do that. I will maybe with the other, I will try.
Yeah, just I thought like I could have done like a posting about you and your business kind of thing, like in Sergey's, but it's all right. Like if it's banned, then that's fine. But
no, I will do that. I mean, like I understand that this is like the biggest HR community platform actually in the world now.
Yes. Everything is on now. Look, no one is looking at social media.
That's true.
So I'll take a screenshot if that's okay. I'm gonna take a screenshot with all of three of us,
Yeah.
and then I'll post on LinkedIn from
Yeah.
my end, and then share your website with my network. I have like
Yeah, and we will give you a
2,000
link actually for YouTube
Okay.
record.
Yes. Yeah, that's totally great. Okay, so I'll take a screenshot. Everyone ready? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So here, 1, 2, 3. Okay, I hope it's good. Yeah, you're like, okay, cool. Thank you so much, Mansur and Sergey. Like, I truly enjoyed this conversation and this podcast. And I know that you and Sergey are gonna make like a really something really great. So I'm looking forward to the whole, like, you know, your vision come true and everything. And I'm sure it will.
Thanks.
Make the
Thank you,
planet
Sahara.
great again.
Yeah.
I love that.
Wow.
Wow, so cool.
No, it's really, see, I still remember it. It was like half an hour ago, but I think that's important. Like the team is very important, and now I'll share with all my friends as well.
Yeah, because
And
you know, for me, it's
colleagues.
you know, I am the person who were growing in sci-fi, you know, literature, and for me, it's big, huge starship,
Yes.
and we are in a starship as the passengers, you know, and the question is, we have to become a team. We have to become to take a responsibility for this starship, you know. And actually, you know, like 1 second, and we are moving for 30 kilometers, you know, every second. So
That's so
for
true.
1 hour, we moved a lot.
Yes. Yeah, totally. And
So that
Mansur and Sergey, I'm gonna thank you for your both time as well. Like, thank you again for inviting me. I truly, truly enjoyed. Also, I'm gonna ask, are you gonna come to Canada? When are you coming to Canada?
I'm trying actually. I will try
Are you
this
trying
year.
to?
Yeah, because my sister is waiting me more than 10 years now.
Oh, yes,
So, but
yes.
now I have a, you know, that my idea was, you know, traveling with you know, like with what we have, you know, to make this representation of the things for all the world actually. And where we
Yes.
are moving this year, we'll finish all this circle of these services. Actually, they have to be 5. We have already 2, and I will be ready to make a world round cruise.
I'm sure, yeah. And then India, if you go India, let me know. And then
Yeah. Actually,
no.
I will take you with us, Sahara.
Yes,
That's for
yes.
sure.
I'll be honored. Thank you. Yeah, but I'm looking forward. Hopefully, you know, we'll see each other. But again, I think March 6th, 7th, is that when you're
Yeah,
gonna
but I'm sure that we will do it earlier, you know, I'm
Okay.
sure. So when you,
Okay.
окей, Сереж, стоп, можно запись остановить?